In 2017, a man wrote a check for $4.4 billion for office desks, and Wall Street called him a genius. In 2016, Masayoshi Son had a problem most people would kill for: too much money. His company, SoftBank, had just made $50 billion from an early bet on Alibaba. But Son didn't want to be remembered as a one-hit wonder. He wanted to build the biggest venture capital fund in history. So he launched the Vision Fund, $100 billion to invest in the future of technology. Saudi Arabia put in $45 billion. Abu Dhabi added $15 billion. The pitch was simple: find the next Alibaba, throw billions at it, and dominate entire industries before anyone else could compete. And for a while, it worked. The Vision Fund invested in Uber, DoorDash, Slack, and dozens of other startups. By mid-2019, SoftBank reported a 62% return. Son wasn't just winning, he was rewriting the rules. Then came WeWork. Adam Neumann, WeWork's charismatic founder, had convinced investors that he wasn't running a real estate company, he was building a technology platform that would revolutionize how people worked. The fact that WeWork simply rented office buildings and subleased desks didn't seem to matter. In 2017, SoftBank invested $4.4 billion in WeWork at a $20 billion valuation, the same as Hilton Hotels. Then they doubled down, another $2 billion, then another $2 billion. By 2019, SoftBank had valued WeWork at $47 billion. The logic was intoxicating. If you invest enough money fast enough, you create a monopoly before competitors can react. Growth wasn't just the goal, it was the product. And WeWork was growing faster than almost any company in history. If you're already hooked, hit that subscribe button. This story gets wild. But behind the explosive growth, something was wrong. WeWork was losing money on every lease. The more they grew, the more they bled. In 2018 alone, WeWork lost $1.9 billion. Industry analysts started asking uncomfortable questions. How is a real estate company worth more than Hilton? Inside SoftBank, warnings were ignored. Masayoshi Son had fallen in love with WeWork, as he later admitted. He pushed Neumann to grow faster, to take more money, to expand into new markets, even when Neumann's team said they weren't ready. The Vision Fund's strategy was to force hypergrowth by flooding startups with cash. If a company needed $100 million, give them $500 million. If they could open 50 locations, demand 200. The goal wasn't sustainable business, it was market dominance at any cost. And the numbers kept going up, on paper anyway. By 2019, WeWork was preparing for an IPO that would make everyone rich. The plan was to go public at $47 billion valuation. SoftBank would cash out. Neumann would become one of the richest people in America. But when WeWork filed its IPO paperwork, investors finally saw the numbers, and they were catastrophic. WeWork had $47 billion in long-term lease obligations, but no way to pay them if the economy turned. Neumann had sold shares back to the company for hundreds of millions of dollars, while employees got nothing. He'd even trademarked the word "we" and charged his own company $5.9 million to use it. Wall Street reacted immediately. Within weeks, WeWork's valuation collapsed from $47 billion to $15 billion, then $10 billion. Investment banks started pulling out of the IPO. The deal was dead. And SoftBank's Vision Fund, which had invested over $10 billion into WeWork, was suddenly sitting on air. If you're enjoying this deep dive, drop a like and let me know in the comments, what's the craziest startup valuation you've ever heard? In November 2019, Masayoshi Son faced cameras and said words no one expected. Today's earnings are a mess. It's red all over. SoftBank had just posted a $6.5 billion operating loss, their first loss in 14 years. The Vision Fund alone lost $8.9 billion in a single quarter. WeWork's valuation had collapsed to just $8 billion in a desperate SoftBank bailout. The combined loss on WeWork, $8.2 billion. And that was just the beginning. Other Vision Fund bets started crumbling. Zoom, a robot pizza company, lost SoftBank $375 million. OneWeb, a satellite startup, filed for bankruptcy. Oyo Hotels, valued at $10 billion, was being called the next WeWork as losses mounted.
By April 2020, SoftBank announced it expected $24 billion in total losses from the Vision Fund and related bets. By 2022, that number hit $32 billion. Masayoshi Son, once celebrated as a visionary, went on record saying he was embarrassed and ashamed of how he'd run the fund. Barron's called it a failed experiment. Bloomberg described it as a broken business model. So who lost? Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth funds lost billions. SoftBank shareholders watched the stock plummet 28%. Employees at WeWork and dozens of other overfunded startups lost their jobs when reality set in. But here's the twist. Masayoshi Son didn't lose everything. He'd set up side deals that let him personally profit as the Vision Fund collapsed. By 2023, Son owed SoftBank $5.1 billion in personal loans he'd taken out to fund his own compensation schemes while the fund burned through investor money. The impact went beyond money. The Vision Fund changed how venture capital worked. For years, startups chased growth over profit because investors like SoftBank rewarded revenue at any cost. Blitzscaling became the norm. Losing money was a feature, not a bug. And when the music stopped, hundreds of companies and thousands of jobs evaporated. Here's what makes this story terrifying. Nothing was illegal. Masayoshi Son didn't commit fraud. He didn't break securities laws. He just convinced some of the smartest investors in the world to bet $100 billion that office desks were worth more than Hilton. And for a while, everyone believed him. If this story opened your eyes to how venture capital really works, subscribe for more financial deep dives and drop a comment. Which company do you think is the next WeWork? I'll see you in the next one.